Yeah, you already know what it is. Lethal Talent 24, dive bombing at you with some Eagles content. Let's go.
Long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two.
Yo, what up, clan? It's your boy Lethal Talent 24 coming at you with a video. And yo, guys, I know it's been a long time. Get into what's going on in with the Eagles. Basically, the Eagles have now signed all of their rookies. So they first signed Prince Tega Wanogho, then they signed Quez. Now it's come to fruition that Jalen Reagor has signed his rookie deal. It is for $13.3 million. And according to Jeff Mosher, all of his base salary is guaranteed. All right. So that means that the Eagles are really invested in him, and they're going to give him they're going to do their due diligence in making sure he comes along for the Eagles. Make sure he's projected to be what as a first round pick, which is hopefully the sky's the limit with this guy. And he's going to have to get better at certain routes, but I do like what he could do with his routes. Just going to need to polish him. He's going to need to basically just catch better. He's going to have to work on catching. And unfortunately, letting go of Nelson Agholor and, and his problem with his drops, we just hope that we're not getting that type of player. But regardless, the sky's the limit for Jalen Reagor. All right. Also, Jalen Hurts signed his deal. Now, the peculiar thing about his deal is that basically he's getting premium pay as a quarterback in the third and fourth year of his deal, which actually coincides with Wentz when the Eagles can get out of the Wentz contract. So there may be a little controversy there, but if Jalen Hurts, which I'm gonna just make this known right now, I didn't like that pick. If Jalen Hurts somehow, some way shows that he can ball, that could cause trouble for Wentz. But I don't think the Eagles have that particular luxury into moving on to a quarterback to whom basically helped win the Super Bowl, the first ever Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. And as long as he's producing, the Eagles are in good standing, especially with the way the East is going right now. Moving on from that, man, that's pretty much, that's pretty much where we're at right now. And then we have to worry about a lot of the players have come out and have given their opinions on how, they want the season to go, or, they're basically afraid to play. You know what I'm saying? And the NFL has not done a good job in figuring out what they need to do. It's a contact sport, fellas and ladies. It's a contact sport. You can't social distance in a contact sport. And I know a lot of people are looking forward. I'm one of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm one of them. But, this pandemic, this virus, COVID-19, is nothing to play with. Even if you somehow manage to survive it, it affects you after the fact too. You just don't come out of it and, you're great after that. Von Miller, the two players definitely to watch in the NFL if they do kick this off is definitely, you're going to watch Von Miller. You're going to look at Ezekiel Elliott, because he had it too, and see how it affects them. Now, medically, it's supposed to affect their lungs, you know what I'm saying, which basically diminishes their breathing or lung capacity, which, if taking in air feeds our body, supplies it with oxygen. And of course, we need all that in order to basically keep ourselves sustained as we exert ourselves, which is why you see some of them after like a long play on a field, you see them with oxygen masks on. So that being said, if those players are affected substantially by it, what does that mean for other players on their teams, on their prospective teams? Look at how it could affect the Eagles. And the NFL is just not doing a good job, in my opinion, about making sure that these players are good. But at the same time, the players aren't really doing that, doing what they need to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? Every workout video you see, you don't necessarily see any of these guys wearing masks. You don't see them social distancing or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you say you're afraid, but then you're not doing the things you need to do in order to make sure you're safe. So you can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and say, well, I'm afraid to play, but then you showing that you don't really care too much about yourself outside of, you know, training and everything like that. So also, you know, I'm just going to say my piece on it. Like, if we don't have a season, and there are some people that are really against that because it's like, well, if I got to go to work, you can too. It's not that simple. They do not have an essential job. Therefore, they don't need to go out and do that. What they do is for entertainment, period. What people do when they go to work, that's essential. That means you are essential to our well-being and providing what we need to survive in most cases. So, I mean, you can't compare the two. All right. Now, you know, going on from there, guys, really, it's just bottom line. They need to figure out something. These players need to make sure that they're taking care of themselves because, like I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't show that you can't say that you're scared, and you can't show that, you know, outside of playing in the NFL, you're not really not that scared of getting it, and then all of a sudden you're scared when you're about to play. Really? So, I mean, the players just have to do better. Especially, you know, you see him with Deshaun Jackson speaking out about it, and you know, it's good to see that he's still going to say what he feels like he needs to say. Granted, you know, what he said about the Jewish people, or sorry, what he quoted, and it had the Jewish people in it, you know, and, you know, talking about world domination, all that stuff. I understand what he was trying to say or trying to convey, but that's not something you put out there. I totally agree with that. However, you know, it's good that Julian Edelman and, you know, came out and basically made a deal. He'll learn about black culture. If he learns about Jewish, I think, shoot, we need more of that in this world. We need to actually understand where everybody else is coming from. You know, walk a mile in someone's shoes and see how it feels. Because, you know, when you think you know somebody and you really don't, and then you actually find out, you know, what they go through, it's an enlightening experience. You know what I mean? So, you know, we need more of that. I'm glad Jeffrey Lurie, as far as the suspension goes, you know, he wasn't a hypocrite. And Jeffrey Lurie, you know, he should definitely educate himself about the black culture, the black community. Because with you having all those black people on your team and everything that they have to go through, that they may have to face, most likely they will face, and, you know, you're willing to educate Deshaun Jackson, but you weren't willing to educate Riley Cooper. I mean, that goes to show, because, I mean, you feel the way you feel, or he feels the way he feels about Deshaun Jackson's words. How we felt about Riley Cooper is I won't say, I can't speak for every black person, but for me personally, it was very hard for me to root for the Eagles with him on the team. Very hard. And for the slap on the wrist that he got compared to what Deshaun Jackson, what they're making Deshaun Jackson really go through is still kind of questionable. But, you know, I'll take at least some progression forward than nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's pretty much it, though. So we got the rookies signed, our veterans assigned. I can't wait to see Darius Slay and Javon Hargraves. I can't wait to see what they can do with this team. But, you know, I'm also preparing myself, you know, if these players really feel the way that they feel, not to have a season. You know, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna shoot straight with you. I'm gonna give it to you real. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat shit. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're feeling what I'm talking about. If you're digging me, please be sure to do that. Other than that, guys, that's it. As always, go Birds. EAGLES, Eagles. And that's what's up. You guys take it easy. Peace.
Put me in a battle, I'm lethal. Nigga too sweet and low.